Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, there are two levels of being in the moment. One is inwardly, and one is outwardly. The outward being in the moment means finding the flow, able to concentrate on the things that we are involved with, and that is easily available with the practice. If you're not able to concentrate on the things that you're involved in, that means you are conditioned. You have a lot of conditioning in the body and mind, and that conditioning is making you fidget, making you not able to focus on one thing at a time. Now, and some of the things are important in life. We want to be able to sustain our focus so we can make things, so we can make connection, and we can upgrade our lives. And that can be again easily available. Simply you concentrate on that thing. In the beginning it's difficult, but the more you concentrate, more you stay on the path, you will be able to prolong your focus. And if you are really having hard time, it's good to set the intention behind your work. If you make the intention behind the work, if you place the meaning behind your work, your meaning will help you to come back to the practice. The meaning is powerful. Meaning fuels you from inside, and in the beginning it's good. Notice, some of you have already set the intention behind your work, and from that intention it has helped you, isn't it? So just do that. Concentrate and be part of the flow. And if you are having a hard time to be part of the flow, you just place the meaning behind. And every time you fail, just remember why certain things are important in your life, and you will be able to stay with the practice, and you'll eventually find the flow in the practice. And from that flow, you'll start to see the details of the practice, and you start to see how to connect the things, and you'll make your life better from being part of the flow. And that itself is being in the moment. Okay, that is the outside being in the moment, relative functioning being in the moment. However, that being in the moment, relative being in the moment is different from truly being in the moment. To be truly being in the moment, you have to realize the truth of who you are, and if that is missing, then we cannot truly be in the moment. You can try it, but notice how much you're fluctuating in your life, and this fluctuation is coming from the place of mental conflict, from the mind. The mind is creating a contradiction. The mind is creating a fear, and from the fear we are not able to basically be in the moment. Fear itself is a sign that truth is missing. That's why we're not able to relax. Every time something happens in life, the life takes us the sense of ease from us, isn't it? The sense of clarity from us. Why? Because the truth is missing. The absolute truth is missing. And to really absolutely being in the moment and not to get bothered by the fluctuation of the world, one must need to be part of the inward journey in dismantling the mind. And for this practice, you also need the focus. If you need to prolong the focus in yourself, in watching yourself and doing the inward work. And if you're not able to do it, again, it comes back to our habits, our conditioning. The conditioning resurfaces all the time as a distraction, and that distraction just takes us out of the practice, and we start to focus on the world again, and we forget ourselves. So if you have a hard time focusing on yourself in the beginning, you can place the meaning behind your work and ask yourself, why is it important? Why the absolute truth is important for you? And it is important because without the truth, the struggle will continue, the fear will continue, the contradiction will continue, the drama will continue, and not to involve in those limitations. Truth is important. So you can have this meaning behind your work. And by the way, if you are able to concentrate on the outside world, if you can practice concentrating, being part of the outer flow without much distraction, that actually can be a good support for the inward journey. If you are able to focus in the world, you'll be also able to create the same focus in the inward journey. So that the outward conditioning, the healthy conditioning, is needed in the inward journey as well. So again, there's a difference there are two levels of being in the moment. One is outwardly and one is inwardly. If you can be in the moment, absolutely be in the moment, that will also teach you how to be in the moment outside in the relative world. But if you ignore the being in the truly being in the moment, then the outside being in the moment always fluctuate. So again, to truly be in the moment, we do have to do some work, and it's about witnessing oneself and dismantling the mind until there's no mind is left, and after that asking ourselves, who am I? And then who am I will help us see, catch our egos, and after that the egos will drop, and that's the path. Now, when you're being part of the inward journey, there's a distraction, just like the outer distraction. So when the distraction comes in, or when something fluctuates you in your life, we can use the distraction or fluctuation to be part of the inward journey. What takes our sense of ease or sense of peace from our life is the signpost that we can use to return back towards the truth. Any distraction, any suffering, any pain, any fear in life is the start of the inward journey. Normally, what happens when the distraction resurfaces, or pain or fear resurface, we just ignore it, isn't it? We ignore them and just concentrate on what is important in the world. And that kind of approach is non-stop, isn't it? Even you're able to dissolve something, there's always something waiting for you, always another limitation waiting for you. So instead of ignoring and denying the limitation, we can use the limitation and we can investigate the limitation so that we can figure out the root cause of our suffering, root cause of our fear-based life. So whatever we are experiencing as a limitation, you can use that to create an inward journey simply by asking, why am I experiencing this limitation? Why am I experiencing this fear? Why am I experiencing this, madness, hatred, frustration? Whatever you feel in the moment, utilize that and do the reverse engineering on that by just, using, why am I experiencing so and so? The why is going to reveal the answer. The answer will come from you because of something. What is that because? Once you see that answer, use that answer to deepen the inward journey by asking, why is that important? Or why do I have this? Every why you're going to add to your next answer is going to help you trace back your mind to all the way to the root cause of the suffering. And once you figure out the root cause of the suffering, don't stop there. That's just the halfway. Normally when people get to the root cause of the suffering, they change the action and perception in life, and they again move forward. And that is, ignoring the root still. Yes, the positive attitude and action can help you to move forward in the relative world, help you to be in the moment in the relative world. But the suffering, inner fear continue if we ignore the root. The root has to be dismantled. So stay with the root and ask, why do I have this? The root itself is an ingrained belief in us, the ingrained preference or the attachment in us. We have to investigate why those things are there and why am I moving from this root, why I can't let go this root. And that's the way to go back further. That's the way to dismantle the root, same using the why. And why will help us to see the further answer. And every answer you see, just keep adding why. And that's the way to go to all the way until there's no root is left. That means there's no mind is left. And basically, you have to practice this in every scenarios of your life. And once you start to become thorough in every aspect of your life, every limitation you go through, you investigate, and that's the way to be thorough. And once you are so thorough in dismantling your mind, you'll understand how the mind comes to surface and how the mind is actually making you go everywhere, how the mind triggers you. You understand that, and that's not yet though. And when you are thorough and when you ask yourself, who am I? Then who am I is going to make you click to see who you are by catching the ego. Okay? And that's the way to set yourself free. And when you see the truth, the plain sight truth, what happens? Now, that makes you live in the moment. Once you know who you are, nothing will bother you. Your mind won't bother you anymore. And then you just be in the moment. You become the moment. You are the consciousness. You are the awareness. You take that, you become that. You take the seed of that. And life happens from there. That means now you're truly being in the moment. And even the world is fluctuating, you know how to handle it. That means you will know how to be in the moment outside and how to truly be in yourself as the moment. And that is true freedom, my friend. Anyway, again, there are two levels of being in the moment. There's outwardly being in the moment and the inwardly. You can definitely achieve easily the outwardly being in the moment. And if you can do that, that also creates a good foundation for the inward journey to figure out to be absolutely be in the moment. And you have to be part of that. And if you ignore the inward journey in figuring out the being in the moment, absolutely being in the moment, the outward journey will always fluctuate. But if you accept and figure it out, you will figure out the both level of being in the moment. Okay, I hope this video makes sense to some extent, and I hope you're enjoying the backward journey. Don't stop. Stopping is a failure. Staying is the way to succeed in figuring out the truth. So keep going in dismantling the mind. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye.